Hey there team, and welcome to, yes, definitely going to be two battles I think today, both sent in by Bilbo Baggins. So we're going to be doing this 3v3 and then I think there's a 1v1. Normally I would do a 3v3 as its own video, but this is only 10,000 frames, so we'll see. It might get very hectic and we have to do it at say 0.5 speed or something like that, but anyway. He's playing as Dol Amroth. I'm a big fan of Dol Amroth, and there's not a lot of calves, so this will be interesting. So he's got his Knights of the Silver Swan, the Lancy boys, Dor and Ernal archers out front, armor upgrade for them, so pretty sturdy. Then some Ithilien men-at-arms, just standard, no armor upgrade for them. Some Dor and Ernal pikes with an armor upgrade though. Actually, wait, is that? No, that's just one. That's how they've always looked. They just look a little bit tougher than before. Okay, my laptop's decided to take off, so that's gonna be a bit noisy, but we'll see. Untitled champions there. These guys are really, yeah, because they cause fear. I'm a big fan of them. I should use them a lot more when I play as Dol Amroth. I don't, but I will try to do so in the future. Haven Guard here, and then the Wanderers of Nimrodel. So yeah, as I say, very little cav. Interesting. We'll see how it plays off. To his left, he's got King Amar, as Dorwinian. Oh, I should say, this is probably my first video on the new version of the game. My first non-0.97 battle, but we'll see. Well, this is 0.97.1, I think I'm on here. So, Nandor Glade Guard. And good, let's slow down. Elvelyn Vine Guard and Elvelyn Infantry mixed up in quite a blob here. Okay, that's quite a lot of power if that slams into you. And then the Glade Lords behind. That's not a very big army, but there's probably a lot of hidden Mirkwood guys dotted around. The Elvelyn Hammer Guard there, and yet Glade, we're seeing Glade Guard, and I suspect there's Glade Guard dotted around here. Lumbermen as well, and Glade Masters. Wait, sorry, these are the Glade Masters. Silly me. So yeah, a lot of power on the flanks, and big sturdy blob in the centre. I quite like that. And then their final ally is Deus Vult, taking the Orcs off the Misty Mountains. He's got his Bollocks champions, Orc Riders, Black Orcs the Mountains, Mountain Orc host still around, of course, but now the heavy Goblin infantry are a lot cheaper than they used to, well, a touch cheaper than they used to be, so probably a bit more attractive to people. Warg Riders and more Goblin infantry. Also the Drake Broodlings. Cool. Then behind them, some White Orc Fearmongers, Blackback Mountain Berserkers we saw there. Nice Halberds. We'll see if their speed has been changed. They've always been horrendously slow for me. And then Cave Troll Drummers. So it was a nice good and evil alliance together today. Facing off against them is Total War 1. Oh, cool. Hey. Then he's got his Dwarven Miners out front. Ironfoot Crossbows. As I say, if Total War 1 does this battle, if he has done this battle, I'll shove a link to his video in the description. I'll probably have a quick look. He's probably got it uploaded already. Ironfoot Spears in front. Ironfoot Warriors behind them. And then the Erebor Legionnaires. Dragon Slayers, Obsidian Guard, and Highborns. Quite a good idea. Just spread out your elites like this, just so that you don't get an artillery slam in their faces right off the bat. Ironfoot Wargoats and Ironfoot Wargoats. Then next to them is Mirkwood. So it's nice, as I say, I always like to see Mirkwood and Erebor working together. He's got his Hiri Lang, Hiri Ek, Hiri Peng, Elders of the Elven King, and Wardens of Amon Lank. No general in with the Elders, but this is a very expensive front of your army there. Then Elven King Palace Guard, Hirioth, and more Elven King Palace Guard. Two of them. Alright, the Kids 277 is a name I've never really heard of before. So we'll see how this goes for him. Hirioth there, no cavalry. Oh, saying that. Yes, no cavalry. Hunter 15 has deployed in an interesting way. Okay, so the Dragon's Wrath Warlords are there. Double Narem, double crossbows. I played a battle last night with Ruin in my team, and you can give these guys 2 levels of armor upgrades now. You can make them nice and golden, which is something I've definitely wanted for a while. It's nice. Then Gamprim, Sionrim, and then the Flag Rim to next to them, sorry, and Innis Rim, 2 units of Innis Rim, Camel's Chosen, and Eastron Warriors. So a lot of cav, which definitely, I'm sure Bilbo's kicking himself that he didn't take something like the Haven Knights or the, Swan Knights? I think Swan Knights. To just tear through that force. let's immediately go to 0.8. Now, I do understand why King Amir has not brought much of a ranged force here today. He is going to be rushing, which I think is a good idea. And it's probably quite good for the kids that he's not gone too heavy into his archers today. We might see that change as a bunch of Woodland Realm patrols suddenly pop up in front of his line. Over here, Deus Vault looks like he's maybe doing the same up against Total War 1. Okay. It looks like they're trying to merge together, but the problem is this is, yeah, Total War 1 was formed up normally, and I don't think he's going to have time to do that. He's especially with a... No, he is running. But if that is his plan, he needs to move fast before Bolg's champions and the wargs start to slam into him. Or the Mirkwood stalkers start to pick away too with their poison arrows. Yeah. So this will be kind of cool because he's going to make contact just as Hunter emerges behind him. Here you're lying there, not a great level of armor on them and no shield, so shooting at them is perfect with those stalkers. That's definitely going to hurt the kids, and yeah, I think at this point you need to maybe do a counter charge because you don't want those here you're lying to just take a beating. This is definitely a good swallow up from King Amar, but Bilbo's going to have to run because it's going to be a 2v1 in a moment. Making contact there with his Glade Lords tearing into those poor Hirioth. Shooting back through here into the Elven King Palace Guard. Yeah, the kids he needs to do a counter charge. He's just letting all of his guys get shot up here. I think he is quite a new player, quite a passive player by the looks of things. Or maybe even AFK. Ooh, what? Oh yeah, of course, the Wardens have used up their ammo. I think he might be AFK. We'll see. Oh dear. Oh, wow. Well done. Did those dwarves just kill the Chittenrow? I think he was in both champions. Yeah, that's great. Well, the dwarves really do have a heavy attack, and they are armor piercing. But I mean the dwarven miners. The Drake Broodling is going to be chewing through those wargoats, but it seems to just be a sacrificial action just so that Total War 1 can get his men over here. And yeah, definitely doing the right thing here by Deus Vault. Just chew in what the enemy has, and then make your way on over. Because I think right now Dorwinion has quite a good clash going on. The Hiriak are holding their ground up against the humans. They've changed the shield into a wooden shield, which, although I definitely think makes more sense than their sort of metal shield previously, I really like the look of the metal shield. So I don't know. I'm of two minds about that change. But yeah, slamming in and out with the Glade Lords is definitely very good, a very solid choice. Gonna have to go to 0.6 because yeah, things are happening very quickly. Actually, sorry, the Haven Knights. I didn't see the Haven Knights. Oh well, great. Yeah, so the Haven Knights are gonna be slicing their way through any amount of NSRM. NSRM just do not stand a chance in that fight, even with getting a charge off like I think they did. But Bilbo is he's grabbing everything he's got and he's rushing on over, but it's maybe gotten a bit disorganized for him, as Hunter has managed to sort of form up. Dragon's Wrath Warlords really need to be getting some charging going on or helping out the NSRM in that fight. Because that's the Palace Guard are falling back from the front line. That's really not what you need to do. You need them at the front, because the front line is about to just collapse with the Glade Lords slamming into it over and over again like that. 7 for 15, so that's never really what you want to see when you're fighting. The Snow Trolls as well, fighting alongside these Goblin Infantry, making quite light work of the rear guard defending dwarves. But yeah, these Dwarven miners broken and routing there. Total War 1 just coming in, trying to help out against Dorwinion. And hopefully they'll have Dorwinion beaten by the time the orcs of the Misty Mountains arrive. But in order to get that done, they really need to crush these bloody Glade Lords, who have once again come in for a smash into the back of the Hiriek. Lucky for those Hiriek, though, they are spearmen, and they have actually resisted these charges really well, especially from a unit as good as the Glade Lords. There's quite a blob of an attack here from Bilbo, as he really has just put a lot of numbers into that one area, which is allowing him to really soak up this crossbow fire. And yeah, Eastern Warriors coming around for the flank. Yeah, because it's such a tight blob like this, they are able to just surround him. Now, I do understand that when it comes to fighting units like the Gamp Rim, you don't really want to have just a long long front line, but he's got his own pikes and stuff as well. So hey, it's a bit nasty, but I think this Bilbo is going to be able to pierce through. His human allies here are yeah. Now that the Glade Masters are around the side, this front line is evaporating. And with the lack of Mirkwood elites on the front line, I don't know. The kids just seem to be saving, you know, these 2 units of Palace Guard, and you know, you're just going to end up getting them killed later. You know, I don't get that. Drake Broodlings coming dashing forward, and they're just going to be throwing around a lot of their own men, but wasn't the best of charges there. Very heavy boys, so they'll be able to throw that line of even the high mass dwarves. They'll be able to throw that around. Kind of risky charge here from the wargs. I probably wouldn't do that. Yeah, I would just... I do appreciate cycle charging melee cavalry and stuff, but not when you've got Ironfoot spears around you. Trollwar has been able to form a decent enough front line. He's going to be slicing through just about everything. Even the Goblin infantry making contact with the crossbows. The crossbows will win that fight, but they're just sent there to hold their attention. This is a good idea, actually. Just pulling the crossbows back, sending a unit in so that he can start firing away. He can keep those crossbows opening fire, which is very important, because that's why they do a hell of a lot more damage than they do in melee. Huriek, they've held out really a long time for everything that's been happening to them. They've really impressed me, but they're not going to last too much longer, surely. Elders of the Elven King getting most of their ammunition spent. Stalkers having to come into melee now. A decent enough charge into this unit of Flag Rim. Quite a sturdy formation, but still. Kind of almost looked like they were charging through. I don't know, I would have expected more kills there. Once again, yeah, as I say, Bilbo's really... This has been a disorganized attack. Like, a lot of these guys are just not fighting. I remember one of my early fights from, like, almost a year ago. I was doing this, and Mighty Eskimo was ripping the hell out of me just because I was just shunting all of my men forward like this. And you're just tiring out your Dornell swordsmen. Not a single one of these guys is actually in the fight, but they're still fighting. So it's just tiring them out. Just grab them and try to slam them around, because right now Hunter is just coming around to start stabbing your side. I know you're shooting at him, which is great, but really just try to spread out. Because as I say, all that you're doing, if there were rangers here, this would be an absolute destruction. Or the Dragon's Wrath crossbowmen would have been even worse, of course. So, and I think he is going to pay for that when these Gamp Rim get around him. Yeah, the Elvelyn units, it's been slow. Elvelyn units don't really kill too fast. Good. Well, the Wardens of Amon have come on in. A somewhat elite unit. Joined... damn, Nandor Gladeguard. Where are the Palace Guard, dude? Yeah, the Palace Guard are still sitting by. You know, that's not what we need, brothers. We really need these guys stuck in. The Dwarves are holding, as is their nature, but with units like the Blackback Mountain Berserkers jumping on in, that's going to change things. White Yorick Fearmongers as well. I think we're going to get a break from the Erebor forces soon. Of course, the Erebor Legionnaires are locked morale, or at least they used to be. I'm pretty sure they still are. Obsidian Guard over here just chewing through the Heavy Goblin Infantry, but that is, you know, that's the purpose of the Heavy Goblin Infantry, just to hold focus. Cave Troll Drummers there battering away, keeping their boys in the fight, which is important. I don't usually bring them myself. Ah, dear. Yeah, yeah, so the Heavy Goblin Halberds are still horrendously slow. They're just... I don't take them, just because of how long it takes them to get up into the fight. I maybe take them to sieges sometimes, so they're not so bad there. That's some good stuff. Bringing the Drake Broodlings around. It's really... it's an important thing when you're doing a 3v3. Just to... Don't think all the time that you need to defeat your opponent. If there's an amazing opportunity for you to use your cavalry, or to use one of your special units, your artillery or something, against your allies' enemy, for instance, then you should definitely do that. So coming through here where things are a little bit less busy, he can maybe use his Drake Broodlings quite a bit more freely. Those Huey Lang are doing a fantastic job over here, but I guess it is alongside the Wardens, and they are just up against the Glade Guard, so that's fair enough. Lumbermen here. This is another thing. I'm not actually too fond of the... so we've changed from, you know, Erenvor and Axemen and such, all of the individual Axemen units, to just calling them all Lumbermen. Now, I I get it, and I'm sure there's probably a good reason for changing that, but it's, I don't know. I kind of like the fluff of calling them all by their respective, you know, Greenwood lumber. Yeah, but hey, it's the way it be. I'm sure there is a pretty sensible reason for it. Swordmasters there, just continuing to chomp into the Gamp Rim and Scion Rim. Gamp Rim definitely going to be able to do a lot more damage here. Scion Rim are just sort of there for being very sturdy, and a morale buffing unit to keep that line there. But oh, good surround there by the Eastern Warriors. But great melee defense, of course, for quite a cheap unit. But not going to be able to kill their way through these pikes very fast, especially not with that armor upgrade. Crossbows getting around the back. This is some great stuff from Hunter. Yes, that is absolutely fantastic. He's able to just blast right into the back of this Dol Amroth position, and I'll be chuffed to bits with that. Let's go up to 0.8 speed. I think things are a little less chaotic. Narim fire coming down to the Dornernal archers. They may lack a shield, but as I say, with that armor upgrade, they can resist a lot of that fire. These Dornernal archers are out of ammunition, though, so they're going to be jumping on in, stopping this flank from hurting their block of attackers. So that's very beneficial. What are we at? 41 for 61. So certainly not out of the realm of possibility, but especially considering we've got a lot of those Palace Guard remaining. Haven Knights are almost dead. Where these Stalkers not looking too hot on the ground. The Dwarven line is basically surrounded, but with elite units like the Highborns of Erebor and the Dragon Slayers, they're going to keep on killing, even if they are totally surrounded. Oh god, there's nobody even fighting you guys. Why are you running? But well, those heavy Goblin infantry are out of here. I think it's probably just the where are the Troll Drummers? Do the Troll Drummers? No, they're still right there. Why did you break? Oh, they're gone now anyway. So they should hopefully return to the fight though. Sorry, that's TeamSpeak having a little bing bong. These halberds now, I always do say, like, I think nice numerous phalanx units late on in the game can really kill off elite units quite comfortably. Even though I've been sort of talking crap about the heavy goblin halberds for most of this battle. Yeah, damn dude. I don't know why he's keeping these guys back. They killed a few Drake Broodlings. But no, I think he's probably just in the mindset that he needs to protect his general, he needs to protect his best units for the end of the game. But although that strategy can work in a lot of sieges, I think in field battles it doesn't. I think in field battles you really need to use your elite units when the enemy is using their elite units, sort of to counter each other. You know, or at least to counter the killing power of each other. You don't have to send them to fight each other personally, but you need them to be in the fight. Yeah, amazing stuff from these crossbows. Yeah, I expect they're going to be racking up a massive amount of kills. Shooting these guys in the back, shooting these guys on the right side so their shields don't come into play. It's great. If he was able to do this earlier, I think that this would be a real game changer. I think it's going to be hurting. Of course, it's hurting Bilbo Baggins, as you see. So Bilbo's getting his men now, so at least they're going to be facing the crossbows that are coming at them, but he's going to get off another volley or two. And I think Bilbo's actually going to try and ignore it, which I feel is a bit of a mistake. He needs to grab something and go chase them down. Oh dear, yeah. These cavalrymen were shot to pieces probably by the crossbows. Decent enough target. Try to destroy your enemy's ranged cavalry supremacy. Palace Guard have finally been sent forward. Well, they've been sent somewhere. Okay, they're over here. Killing off, looks like the... Are these just Warg Riders or are those the Bolg's champions? Surely the Bolg's champions. But no, at least they're being sent forward now. They need to be attacking some more stuff. Elders of the Elven King here too. Wow, okay, front line. Well, I know that now, of course, Dorwinian's sending over everything he's got just to try and wipe out Rune quite nice and quickly, try and save some of the lives of the Dol Amroth men. I think Bilbo would have won here. These crossbows, of course, killing a lot. Deus Volt's over here too with his Warg Riders. That's nice to see. And this is going to be a mass break, I think. Scion Rim will stand for a bit longer because, of course, they've got a damn high morale. But this is a nice surround that we've got going on here. This is, I don't know, maybe it's a bit of a spoiler to do this sort of thing, but I love the silver surrounding the gold look. I think that's pretty cool. One Drake Broodling trying to mess up this formation. Yeah, just coming in and out and in and out is pretty solid. Hirioth there too. This is where the general is. I understand why people put their general into units like this. I sometimes do it, or I used to do it a lot. I don't really do it too much anymore, but yeah, it does make sense. Elders of the Elven King just need to get stuck in. As I say, I think the kids is just maybe a little bit well, pretty dang new at this point, which is fair enough. Everybody needs a few games before they really get their head around stuff, especially if they've not got too much Total War experience from other games. Trying to chase off the Bolg's champions there, but that's just gonna... No, it's... Just need to get yourself stuck into a fight. It's definitely not absolutely one-sided, but I will probably have a chat at the end of this battle. You know, I already sort of accepted these, and I said I would, but I'll probably say it now. Generally, when it comes to battles, we've got to be doing like 80%. I know some of the ones that I do are definitely are at times a bit different than that, but you know, it's got to be somewhere between sort of 70 and 80. That's really about the minimum. So when I say 70 or 80, I mean we might touch on that, but like it's got to be about the winner has to have lost at least sort of 70% of their manpower. Anything beyond that is just a bit too much of a stomp, you know. And this is definitely a situation with a few new players. And that's just not really something that everybody wants, which is fair enough. You want to watch a bit of a closer game. Certainly not going to be getting too many, down to the last man, pixelated Apollo type battles. You know, that'd be silly. But just as long as we get something a little bit even. And I've tried my best to sort of explain where Kids has gone wrong. So hopefully he will be a bit aware for the next one. And as I say, I think Hunter's done a pretty dang good job for the most part. You know, it's definitely cool to grab all of your stuff and just make your way right on over. I think the crossbow play was incredible, and definitely really bloodied his enemy. That's Dorwinian's general dropped there. I think I would have loved to have seen what would have happened had Mirkwood sent in their Palace Guard right away. And that unit of Hirioth too, you know, just really had everything fighting together on that front line. Oh, damn, another general drop there, so generals dropping like flies now. I think Total War 1, he was holding the line quite nicely over there on that side. And he may have not really racked up a huge amount of kills, but, you know, he definitely did his part over there too. But I would say, yeah, I think it's just maybe the Kids is getting a little bit overwhelmed with his micro. Which, you know, that happens to the best of us. Or he might have had something going on in the background during the battle. But it is probably, I would say, if I had to put it down to something, I would say it's probably just novice stuff. You know, that he's probably just sort of come over quite recently with the new patch. So that is fair enough. As for like what could have been done differently, I think red limits. Maybe Palace Guard can't. Maybe you can buy 2 before you go into the red limit. If that is the case, I'm sorry, I take it back. But buying into the red limits is something you should not do until you are a lot more experienced. Like, there are some units that I would always recommend, or I would usually recommend buying into the red limits. Stuff like the Proudfoot Protectors, sometimes like the Herenidane Pikemen. But apart from that, really not. Not unless you are very sure that this is the best thing for you. Instead of that second unit Palace Guard, you could have gotten a Sindar. You know, you could have gotten a few more archers. You know, you should have gotten some of the Woodland Rail Patrol, or some Javelin Thrower Woodland Protectors. They would have been a lot more important, especially with this storming Elvelyn, heavily armored Elvelyn force. Just a bunch of javelins to the face could have really messed that up. So, and even the Hirioth here, you know, they could have been sent on into the fight. As I say, this is the general unit of Hirioth, and they're just messing people up. They're still, victory is certain. That's going to change soon, but they're doing well. So that's the red limit wasn't the issue, even if it wasn't the red limit. I think the big issue was just keeping the elite units back when everything was kind of going badly. You know, Dorwinian was just about entirely sent in as well. It wasn't like we were waiting to respond to their reinforcements. We really should have gone in and just smashed them. As soon as you see the Glade Masters in there, get your Palace Guard up there. You see the hammer guard up there, get your palace guard up there. You know, it's not to go one-to-one with them. That's not the intention, but you need to be using your guys to kill as they're using theirs to kill. Because if not, at the end of it, they're still going to have their elites. Their elites are going to be damaged, but they're also going to have half their army left. And you're just going to have your elites. So, you know, that's fine and dandy. What did that end up coming? So of course this is you can't really judge that. I think it did end up getting to about 70%. So this is really on the borderline for what I would normally like. So just a heads up for things. If you do want to send me something, you don't have to tell me the percentage. You don't have to tell me what it gets down to. Preferably don't, but just let me know. Well, don't let me know anything. Just so you know that maybe don't send me stuff that's a bit too one-sided. Untitled Champions didn't actually rack up that many kills, but Swordmasters often don't. And it was a pretty crazy confrontation there. Haven Knights doing pretty good work. A lot of cav for them to chew through. Knights of Silver Swan, I think, as we can see, they were shot to pieces by crossbows. Pikemen there, yeah, carrying things through. But then we see the Athelian men-at-arms. It was just this blob that wasn't really letting them do their proper killing. Once again, though, men-at-arms are never really going to rack up a huge kill count. Wanderers and Emmerdale, nice, good stuff. Definitely with that sort of very static front line, you can get around, you can muck about with rangers and such. And that was impressive. A good 102 kills from those archers, nice. And of course their heavy armor just attracting a lot of the attention. Durn on all swords, jeepers, this was a very man-at-arm heavy army. That's risky. I would have probably gotten rid of some of those men-at-arms and gotten some more the Athelian halberds, I think, or maybe even some more cav, something like that. But yeah, definitely maybe a bit too heavy on the men-at-arms, but it worked out. Deus Vault there, some pretty great stuff. Of course, I think Total War 1 could have been a bit fast. Like, if the plan was to all fight together as one, Total War could have been a bit, like, he should have maybe deployed on his side, or sorry, that's TeamSpeak binging again. He should have deployed on the side of his formation, or the side of his deployment zone, or he should have just run there a bit faster. But as I say, Deus Vault was getting on him real nice and quick, and making him have to sacrifice units in rear guard actions, so that was quite impressive. Was able to just sort of get some good, cost-effective killing on dwarves, which is always tough. King Amar, definitely understood that Mirkwood has, like, I've tried before. I've played as Derwinian, and I've tried to outshoot Mirkwood. It didn't work out well. It worked out very, very badly. I think the only humans that can outshoot the elves is Dale. And that's just because every archer has a shield, and every archer has a decent bit of armor. You know, so he just decided, yeah, I'm going to be Dorwinian, I'm going to rush. So it was cool. It was cool to see a Dorwinian rush. I quite like that. And no pikes as well. So it really did rely on just the Elf-Ellen units, and we saw how slowly they chewed through. But I was into that. I liked it a lot. It was a cool move. Hunter, as I said before, amazing move with the crossbows. That was really cool to see, just blasting them down. Had that been done a little bit earlier, that could have been amazing. But he needed to make sure that all the cav was dead or something like that. So. And even from the front, those crossbows no doubt did a lot of damage. If he remembers how many kills they got, then I'd love to know that. But hey, as I say, the kids, I think it was a red limit situation. It was an army composition issue, but needed to get the elites forward. All in all, though, yeah, held out like that. The line of elven spearmen, Hiriek, did very well. And then, as I said, with Total War, I think it was maybe just a little bit too slow. Moving in to join his allies, but when he did get formed up, he held quite nicely. Definitely a good move to move the crossbowmen back. Don't just let them get stuck into a fight. I'm pretty bad at that when I've got my skirmishers. I just get comfortable with the fact, like, oh, well, they're just going to fight. But anyway, thank you very much. And there should be a 1v1 starting immediately after this. It's double Dol Amroth today and double Dry Lake Bed, it seems. Oh, I loaded the same battle again. Oopsie daisies. So it is double Dol Amroth and double. Wow, what is this map? Oh, it's grassy plains, but in winter. That looks really nice. I really like the look of it. But yeah, so sorry. So this is grassy flats. This is Dol Amroth once again by Bilbo. But this is a nice little 1v1. That's actually kind of funny. It's about the same length of battle as the previous one. We will be going through it at a much faster speed though, so this will not take as long. We've got the Athelin men-at-arms. It's probably, oh, is it a very similar army? Black Swan Renegades, no. Untitled Champions, Wanderers in Emmerdale, Haven Guard there, Haven Knights. I'm spotting them this time. More Black Swan Renegade. Main line of Athelin men-at-arms with an armor upgrade this time. Okay, bit beefier. In front of them, some pikes with an armor upgrade and Dornell archers with an armor upgrade. I like armor upgrades, definitely. I tend to take them on most human units that can receive them. But it definitely has eaten into his budget. He's only got 1 unit of cav, and we don't have any of the malicious swords that we had previously, and only 1 unit of Parathel champions. Yeah, Parathel, I'm pretty sure it's Parathel. And I'm going to slip up and call him Parathel a few more times, but I'll try to stop that. And the Black Swan Renegades, of course. So he looks like he's going up against Rudauer. That looks a little bit too yellow to be Rudauer. Who could that colour be? I'm seeing trolls. Is that Misty? That's Misty's. Oh, neutral. Okay, cool. Oh wow, this is going to be weird. Hey, well, I'm glad that I'm not making a mistake there. So the neutrals, or like the rebels, or the I don't know what else we could call them. Anyway, he's got scouts up front. These guys are terrible. Like, take orc archers, make them worse. You've got scouts. Mirkwood bows though, so we got some dark elves who are at least going to provide a bit of power, I guess. Behind them, the Mirkwood pike line, mixed in with some Mountain Uruk pikes. Jesus criminy, this is a very weird little fight. Cave trolls there. Bjornings siding with the cave troll, and Ents. I suspect we've got the general with the Ents, just because that seems to be the case of this battle. I love that this Ent, he's actually just lit a finger on fire in order to light his way. He's not carrying a torch. Then, Spears of Orthanc. It's called like Smells Like Total War Spirit, and I was trying to say like Smells of Orthanc. But anyway, nice, amazing crossbows, and you know, spears and melee, of course. More cave trolls and the Drake broodlings, who I love the Drake broodlings at night because they all have little torches. Okay, see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. I'd say the scouts are so bad. I'd like, this could totally easily just get memed for me, just like memeing scouts of Scouts of Entertainment. Forgot Scout's actual full title, just because I call them Scout all the time. Anyway, so rushing forward with the Scouts like that, it's just numbers really, and the Mirkwood bows there too. I'd probably spread the Mirkwood bows. Oh, they are currently spread actually. Oh, it's 2 units of Mirkwood bows. Okay, cool. But yeah, coming for a charge with your Haven Knights. Just smash them about, because as I say, they're really squishy. I should really try and get like an absolutely dumb picture for this. We'll see how it goes. If not, I'll just get like a picture of the Mirkwood and the Mountain Lions. I like the idea of this battle being, because there's a lot of dark elves here, being the Mirkwood, like some fallen dark elves leading the Mountain Uruks and Mountain Orcs and cave trolls and such, and they've even managed to grab some Ents to battle against some humans here. So we got a good clash actually. Let's slow it on down a bit. Good clash into the scouts, but the cave trolls there, the scouts just hold them in place. Wow. He died fast, poor dude. A lot of firepower there, all coming into the Haven Knights, but they can resist that firepower for a while. Real smash, and those cave trolls are gonna love to just kill heaps of the. Actually, saying that, no, because cave trolls have no armor, so maybe they will die quite quick. Still, that's an absolute mess, isn't it? Oh, let's just see here, because I love the lighting here. Something like this could be just kind of simple. Yeah, I like that. Good stuff. Bilbo's just going to try and unload a lot of firepower from his archers on them. And the pikemen. Once again, Bilbo, come on. You're better than this, I'm sure. Just coming in with a macro blob and just asking to be charged. Oh, wow. This is definitely something that the Haven Knights are going to struggle with. The Bjornings might not, like, they're definitely not melee cav. They're good at charging, but still, that's an ouch movement. That's cool. The captain gets a big old sword. Cool. Anyway, yeah, just sort of running past them. I'd maybe, if I was those Bjornings, I'd maybe, oh, he's getting shot like crazy. I'd maybe take that fight, just try and deal with the Haven Knights. Mirkwood pikes coming in there. they're gonna beat the Dornarno pikes for sure. But see, oh man, it's just this blob, and especially with poison arrows coming into it. The morale of Dol Amroth isn't amazing. It's good, but it's not amazing. And there's no like dismount Knights of the Silver Swan here to keep it together. Oh, okay, this could be a finishing move. Really? Just grab them and run all the way through. All the way through. Just force pass all the way through. And you're heavy enough to do that. And then even if you're not killing them, you're throwing them around so that your allies, well, the rest of your men are just like, they're just killing downed men. There's no respect for, you know. Well, there's no respect in the eyes of these Dark Elves, and I'm sure the Mountain Orcs too. But yeah, very little respect in the eyes of Elves, full stop. Bloody knife ears. But yeah, so charging in with his Drake Broodlings, just nibbling into these guys as best he can. Oh god, the Black Riders are here too. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the Black Riders can definitely, like, I think they're the best melee cavalry in the game. They can kill the Haven Knights. Like, the Haven Knights are incredible, but no, I would grab those Black Riders back here, and I would send the Bjornings to go chase down the Dornarno archers. But it's just chaos right now. What have we still got from the... Yeah, get the... Good, he is doing it. He needs to get them around behind the force. Because, once again, it's just the heavy armour of Dol Amroth that is carrying them through it. At least, well, it wasn't Bilbo's problem last time, but, you know, we've got the elites coming forward. Ents in here. Ents have taken a real beating. There's only one of them left. But that heavy armour of him is going to keep him together. But Haven Knight is... Oh, sorry, Haven Guard is chewing into him with his big old sword. So I think that Ent is going to be falling. Going to get chopped on down. The scouts could do with being brought back. Spears of Orthanc, of course! Their crossbows are going to be hurting. What are we at right now? 32 for 38. Oh, I love that they're led by a witch doctor too. Not witch doctor, sorry. Plague doctor. So they're firing into the left side, you see. So I really want to grab these guards of Orthanc and move them like here. Just they're getting in the back and they're a bit closer, so that they're a bit more. Well, you can't really miss. You can't really miss when you're firing into this blob. Dornarno archers. Ah, damn, dude. No. You don't want to be shooting at the Dornarno archers. They're just there to waste your ammunition. Hit the blob. Hit the blob. That's what's pushing through, because it is getting through now. It's like face to face with the Mirkwood pikes. So you need to just do as much damage to that as you can. So that your cavalry at the end of the battle. Wonder there's an Emmerdale over there. I don't know why he's stopped. I guess a lot of them did die. Yeah, so he's coming on back, but this is risky. I know he's charging from the right side, but like I just never like running around nearby stakes. I think one of these guys is getting killed in a stake. Careful. Bloomin', who would win? Absolutely demon of the underworld, led by dark energy or like one spiky stick in the ground. They're actually going to avoid it. They're going to avoid it. Good on them. And they'll come charging right into the blob. Oh, yeah, we've got some break going from the scouts. Yeah, see that these scouts should have been... I don't know, they maybe used up all of their ammo. No, I don't think they did, though. The scouts should have been brought out of that fight. Should have been, like, further away. Positioned nearby the Mirkwood bows and such. Good charge there from the Black Riders. This is something that's in the previous version, well, like 0.97, the Black Riders didn't actually have a Nazgul on top. They were just a black horse. And I remember there was one of my battles from ages ago in which I have a Black Rider, just this black horse that just runs into a Mumakil. Just one single black horse runs into a Mumakil and brings it down. It was funny. It might have actually been a few black horses, but it still looked good. I think we've got a break. I think Dol Amroth has done this. The power of the blob from Bilbo has carried him through. Are those guards of Orthanc? Not guards of Orthanc, sorry. Spears of Orthanc. Are they finished? No, they're still trying. They're still firing. I think they're done. Nope. Maybe there were rules as to what smells like Total War Spirit could bring, but you know, I'm surprised we didn't see the Dead of the Marshes, the Oathbreakers or Oathkeeper. Yeah, what Oathbreakers? I think they're called. Yeah, so that they would have been a game changer here, but they might have been too expensive, or they might have just been banned. And oh dear me, but yeah, this is definitely what you want. Just get the blob to move in one direction, and then have it come into the other. But yeah, no, Bilbo, we need to talk about spreading your men out. We need to talk about fighting separately, because this is not working. It's worked very well for this battle, but this was a crazy one. Like, you can't use the neutrals faction competitively. It's you can win battles with it, but I mean, it's dumb. So yeah, just running away. I get that with the Spears of Orthanc. Just you want to give more time for your Mirkwood bows to fire into the pikemen, but there's just too many left. Yeah, the Spears of Orthanc will kill a decent amount. I think they're pretty sure they're 2 hit points. Just get the Black Riders, kill off the last of those Wanderers in Emmerdale. Yeah. Okay. See, this is what's gonna, like, we're only halfway through the battle. This is gonna take a long time. Okay, nope, close, boy. Oh no! I knew it would happen. Oh crap. At least my meme somewhat works then. But yeah, so chasing them down. Yeah, the Haven Guard can kill those guys quite easy. I never really have too much faith in like spear elites. I love them, but I don't trust them. But yep, shooting them down with Mirkwood bows. Some Mirkwood bows are good in a fight, but Untitled Champions might be beyond them. Ooh, whoa. Absolute bloodbath there from that charge, but a few of them maybe charging a bit too deep, but still killing off some of the Haven Guard, killing off the general there. And little by little, I think these Black Riders are going to be an issue, because there's not much left to shoot them. Even if there was stuff to shoot them, they're very beefy. Unless they end up... Oh, there's still pikes. Still pikes, as you can be as good as you want. You can't charge the front of a pike. Spears of Orthanc, though, yeah, okay. Now that the Spears of Orthanc have them, you need to get around the back and slam into them, which is what he's doing. Yeah, he is coming around. Good stuff. Yeeting them around, killing a bunch of them, but now get back out. Gosh dang, fearsome boys. I love their, like gauntlets and stuff. It's nice. Taking a bit of damage there, but nobody's dying. Pikemen coming back on in. Spears of Orthanc, very beefy, but no. Ooh, now getting shot in the back again by poison arrows. Those pikes are getting too close to the Black Riders. Okay, no, very responsive. Great thing about having like a unit that is this small and this fast, like you can just dart away from stuff. But I don't know if that's damage taken. Yeah, well, one down. Yes, they've taken a bit of damage there. They might be running low. Oh yeah, I can't believe I'm actually doing a battle with the blooming neutrals. They're fun, but they're a meme. But yeah, so I do not know. Yeah. Anyway, Bilbo needs to start spreading his guys. It worked here because it was a bit of a meme army that he was fighting. There was no rigidity to the enemy's army, and also there was only one. There was a great unit of crossbows, but there was only really one getting around the side. There were no rangers as well. You know, if he, I mean, I'm sure he probably wouldn't do this if there were rangers on the other side. But still, it's, you know, we need to be careful about this because it can just go badly. It can go really badly. Charge in. Those Wanderers in Emmerdale survived really well. Whoop. Getting wiped out now though. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just a case of catching the Black Riders now. The spears are dead. Spears are running off. Yeah, 5 of them left. They'll be broken. Well, like shattered. Dornernal archers. New target for the Black Riders. As I say, I definitely want to deal with the archers because they're the only things that can really do like a constant stream of damage to you. Apart from that, the only real concern you've got are those Dornernal pikes. Which, oh wait, the Untitled Champions. Forgot about this little force here. Killing off the Mirkwood bows. There's this unit of scouts that came back. Nice. Oh, but they're getting killed by the Athelian men at arms. And what's still here? Broken Athelian men at arms. Black Riders are somewhere. They're over here. Yeah, I appreciate that he's still trying. You know, it's very good to see somebody that's not really giving up. Good stuff there. Broken them. Means the scouts can keep on firing. If it was me, I'd want to be firing into the pikes solely, even though you've got stuff like the Untitled Champions. Yeah, you can deal with that with the Black Riders. Good stuff shooting into the pikes. Oh yeah, still 39 of them. Every one of those pikemen needs to die by fire because, like, by fire I mean by ranged damage, because those Black Riders will die real quick to them. Getting caught now. And this, well, I mean, it's been over for the past. I'm going to do 2 times speed. It's been over for the past 5,000 frames, but no. I really appreciate. I like battles where people do just keep on trying, and just because occasionally, every now and again, it does work. It does. You do win, but usually you don't. Coming in again. Pikes plus. Yeah, that's down to 3 left. They're locked morale, certainly, so they're gonna fight to the very end. This is like all that he has. That's kind of crazy how close it does get. 2 left now. The scouts, as I say, they just lack. Like, as I say, they're worse than orc archers. So they really are. If you turn on specials, like Mordor can get them. So you can have even more archers for Mordor. That's the amount of ammunition anyway. So they're charging on in. Black Swan coming into the Haven. Untitled Chapter. Oh, they're going pretty deep there. I think this guy's dead. No, he got out. Well done. Pikemen just zeroing in on them. Just chasing them around. I think he's just wanting to get kills at this point, which is fair enough. I appreciate that. Scouts running off. I think they're probably going to be back. I'd probably just... you don't really want to send units to go off and deal with them, because then that just leaves stuff alone to go and fight the Black Riders. Oh, come on now. Now it's time to just do a final charge or something like that. There's no winning this situation. No, with pikes on the field. Genuinely, if they weren't pikes, I could see this. I could see this working. Scouts have turned around. Thought they would. But they're out of ammunition, so they can't... Oh, that's a man down. So it's just 1 Nazgul remaining, 1 Black Rider. Into the back of the Untitled Champions, 2 of them gone. You can see how dang scary that charge is. You know, they are melee cavalry, but I think they've got to charge 20. They just don't care. They've not told their horses that they're meant to be melee cavalry. So good, just slicing into the scouts. 1 Untitled Champion. You see, they cause fear. They're really messy. I guess it was the Haven Guard that were right behind them as well. Come on, just let it happen. Just get in there. What's this over here? Dornal Archers. Black Riders still fighting. Okay, this armor piercing mace damage is surely... No! I guess we've still got over 1,000 frames. Okay, no, times 6. I don't like to do times 6 in my battles, because I think, oh, okay, it's going... I guess because there's so few units on the field, it's a lot smoother. Yep, try and get a few more charges. Charge again. He's going to definitely kill them up to like 90. I was talking in the last battle about how, like, you know, I'd like to get some close battles, but like, there's a different, you know, this is what I mean. But yeah, okay, Black Swan Renegades taking another charge there. Jeepers criminy, dude. Yeah, he's being careful, because when you're down to like 1... Oh, he's dead. Yeah, good stuff with the pikes. As I say, I think if they didn't have pikes, that would have been curtains. Let's see what we got going on here. Haven Guard, good stuff. Yeah, so everybody was fighting together, so you can't really judge kills too much. Good on the pikes, of course. Haven Knights, very important to have. I didn't realize that there were Black Riders on the field for the Haven Knights. That and the Drake Broodlings too. There were lots of units that could have eaten Haven Knights, so it's pretty good that Amroth didn't have so many cav. But yeah, again, oops, sorry, I did that. Bilbo's into his men at arms, and I think he needs to think about changing that up. Yeah, so I would definitely consider that if I was you, Bilbo, because I love men at arms, but there's limits, because men at arms are just not going to get you kills. They're just going to be sturdy and they're going to hold the line, and yeah. So you've got to be watchful of that. It smells like Total War Spirit. Never really heard that name before. Don't know who he is, but he did good. He clearly had good instincts, and it's definitely tough to use the neutrals faction. He made a pretty substantial formation out of it, and I liked it. Somewhat lore friendly to an extent, apart from the Black Riders and the Bjornings, and the, you know, yeah, everything else though you could work it out as just like Dark Elves siding with Mountain Orcs and Mountain Oryx, with all of their beasties that come with that. Anyway, I'll jump off of that. This has been a bit of a weird battle. It's been a bit of a weird video, but thank you very much for holding through.